Hello and welcome to Return to Eberron, Cult of the God Seed, and my name is Matt Nahat. I'll be running this Dungeons and Dragons session with my friends overseas. We are going to be continuing our descent into the Honeycomb Caverns in the land of Zendrick in search of the Glaive of the Darkest Depths, an artifact of great power, which when combined with three other artifacts of great power will show us where the gateway to Delcor is being built and operated. And from there, we should be able to stop that gateway from being opened and hence stop the demise of the entire world. So welcome to my players here. We have a good amount of excellent players here that are going to be playing their characters. We have Chris, who is going to be a little bit late today. She's going to be playing Felice, but she won't be here for the first hour, maybe a little bit longer. And for the rest of our players, I'll get them to introduce themselves. And today we will do Bastian, Silas, Don, and then Lana. And then I'll give us just a real quick recap as to what happened last time, and we'll get ourselves into the game. So go ahead, guys, and introduce yourselves and your characters, and let's get this show on the road.
I'm playing Bastion. My name's Bones. Bastion is a clockwork in appearance. He is a warforged, and he is striving for redemption. It's almost as important for him to save the world as it is for him to justify his own worth in saving it.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Corey. I'm playing Silas Phoenix tonight. He just wants to get home. That's where he wants to go, back to his family.
And that will happen eventually.
Well,
I am playing the role of Don, the great and wise druid, and I'm looking for adventure.
Indeed, and you found it, apparently.
The most exciting kind, things trying to eat you.
And I'm Mary Chris playing Lana May, human rogue, and she seconds Silas's sentiments, but she's also very determined. Like, she wants to get home, but she's like, the way to get home, though, is to accomplish whatever the crap is going on, to solve the issues that has brought her away from home in the first place.
Indeed. Okay. So, thanks for that. And someone is making me... that's good, thank you. Yeah, we are in our second round of combat as we started combat a little bit late in the session. That was kind of my fault, and I apologize to my players for that. I really don't like stopping in the middle of combat, so it's my fault. But we're just at the start of the combat, and basically what's happened is we've found out that the Glaive of the Darkest Depths is here in the Honeycomb Caverns, and we made our way here. We had a little bit of an earthquake that dropped some people into the cave. When we got down here, we found a strange symbol, which I will pull up in my notes real quick here. And that symbol has been drawn in blood on the wall. So this is that symbol for those people playing at home. And my players can obviously re-look at that by seeing the symbol in blood in your handouts, which is the bottommost handout there. It is a strange symbol, seems to be a combination of a few things, but that was on the wall as we came in, and we entered into this cavern with these pillars of elemental energy. We have fire, water, earth, and crystal, something like that anyway. I'll revisit that in a second. And crystals at the end. When we entered, there was basically an entire room of looked like it had been previously inhabited by humanoid bee people. Obviously, this is the Honeycomb Caverns, and you know, it's honeycomb shaped and there's honeycomb stuff all over the place. So these were humanoid bee people, obviously intelligent, but their corpses are strewn across the chamber. There's a mosaic of blood, flesh and entrails through the room. We started to, you know, even though we were kind of knee deep in it, stride through this place, upon which point all of these corpses started to pull themselves together in strange combinations and come to life and attack us. And so here we are, being attacked by gruesome combinations of various limbs in the places they really shouldn't be. It is Don's turn. What would you like to do, Don? I think I've managed to give you ownership of your line of fire there. So hopefully you should be able to do that.
I do have ownership on it. And hopefully we don't run into that lich at the end of this tunnel, but we'll have to see. Let's see. Like I said last week, and apologies to Felice, especially since she's not here, but she knew I was going to do this.
Yeah, you pretty much gave her notice. He said, if you stand there, you're going to get hit. And she's like, I'll stand here.
Dawn raises a hand, looks through the three undead bees, and a line of sunlight bursts forth from his eyes, tearing through the undead like an arrow.
Alright, we have to make con saves. 3 of them, and we have... So
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage because we are undead. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, undead and oozes have disadvantage. Lovely. Roll d20, and I have... Let's see, I think it's +5, yes. So I'll roll them in rounds of 2. That way it's a little, and I'll put a couple of dots in between each one here so that we can see which one's doing what. Okay. So our first one, we got 13 and 23, so that's a fail. 18 and 8 and 9, which is a fail. And 15 and 21, which I believe is still a fail. Yes. So, they've all failed. They all take 34 radiant damage. Now, they're not vulnerable to radiant damage. The dog, unfortunately, gets fried. He's dead.
Sorry, doggo.
Felice, who I will bring up her character sheet here. Let me pull that over so that we're not doing stuff. Alright, and we're making a... It was a con save, wasn't it? Yeah. Felice saves, albeit barely.
Just barely.
So she'll take half damage, so that's 17.
And she will not be blinded. Unfortunately for the undead, the 3 of them are blinded now.
Alright, I'm going to move it away again, sorry. I'll keep it
I'll
in its
rotate.
shape. So 15, and they take 34. 34. They're all blinded, so I'll put the same symbol on all of them, which is that symbol and that symbol. All right, excellent work.
And Don will move back a little bit now that the one next to him is blinded.
Perfect. Well, he will hear that you're moving away, and will try to attack you with disadvantage because he's blind. And he has plus 7. So with disadvantage. Oops. I'm not sure what I did there, but that's okay. 20 and 11. So 11 won't hit you, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Good. So yeah, you easily get away, and I'm guessing that's the end of your turn.
That is correct.
Silas, it's your turn to go. A beam of sunlight has sprayed from Don's fingers and scorched these undead foes who are blinded and damaged. What would you like to do?
All right, so Silas is going to make his way around. I think. Do any of them look worse than any of the others?
Not,
Are they all pretty just
not that
cooked?
you can tell. Yeah,
Right.
because they're all slightly different from each other. You know, the different combinations of limbs all sort of stacked, thing upon thing. Some of them have the torsos on the bottom. Some of them, they're just all over the place. Oh, you're very close to that fire pillar there.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be on the fire pillar.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I just if you ended your turn there, that might be bad.
No, that was a very, very naive move. Sorry.
That's okay.
So I am going to run up and going to slash it. And then I'm going to smite it. Is the plan. Let's see if we can do these things.
Indeed. Do do do. Smite.
Run up with, and I'm gonna use the rapier today. I'm just gonna go up and just stab it right in its gut.
All right. Let's see if you succeed. No, you do not.
I do not. It was very bad. And we're gonna try again.
Okay.
Well, since it's blinded, don't you have advantage?
Let's find out. That was a good point. Player's handbook. Make sure of that here. It hasn't been their turn yet for shenanigans to happen. Conditions. Blinded. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Yes.
Oh, nice.
So you did hit with that 20 then. So it took 5 piercing damage, and you said you would like to smite it as well.
I think I may, sir.
Okay.
We're gonna do this one.
So another 9 radiant damage, which it takes.
And then for my second attack, I'm gonna stab it again.
All right. With advantage again. Ooh, no.
Ooh, that's very ugly. Oh, gosh.
In fact, that's the worst possible result there. Silas.
I'm very worse, sir. Thank you.
You throw your rapier into the pillar of fire, mate.
Oh, no.
As there's double ones there. Straight into the pillar of fire. It isn't incinerated, but in order to retrieve it, you're going to have to take some damage if you would like to retrieve it. You can do so now, as it is an interaction.
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna not do that. And I draw, as my interaction, I'm going to draw my rapier.
That's a very nice rapier. So your second rapier, pshing,
No, sorry, my scimitar.
Your scimitar. Excellent. Okay, your scimitar is out, and that is the end of your turn. We are up to
Yes.
them. All right, on their turn, they all raise their hands and place their hands over their eyes and just rip at their eyes. This is an interaction that they're making. And they just toss whatever eyeballs they have onto the ground. And you know that whatever they've just done means that they don't need to see from now on.
Great.
And they are going to, without disengaging, which means that people will get attacks of opportunity here, they're going to move back and back and back. So Bastian, Silas, and Felice, which I'll roll for Felice, may make attacks of opportunity. Now, what you can tell though is that as they move back, their bodies are like writhing, and they're very much more difficult to hit as they're moving back. However, Silas has managed it still. Felice, she is wielding a short sword. She does not hit, and neither does Bastian. So just the one that was on Silas gets hit for 9. And then what they're going to do is, as a bonus action, pick up each pick up another weapon. So as you guys might remember, there's weapons and bodies strewn throughout this whole place. So they pick up another weapon each here, which and what I might do is I might give them a special token here to say that they've got this extra weapon. So let's give them that. And blinding in this case, now that they've done their special thing, isn't applying. So we'll take the blinded condition away because it's basically nothing for them at this stage. And they've now picked up weapons which basically fuse with their claws. They pick up these weapons and just their claws just take on a metallic hue, and then they move back in. As they move back in, the 3 people that they've moved into, which was Felice, Silas, and Bastian, all please need to make me strength saving throws. So, strength saving throw. Okay, and the DC for that was 15. So, Bastian, you failed, which means that you're knocked prone. What looks like prone? Let's say, I don't know, one of them. Yes, you can get up, Lil. Go on. Yep, there you go. Alright, this one can be prone. You're prone, which means that in this round it has advantage against you. So I'll roll against Bastian first. And let's see. The infused arsenal is just damage, it's not to hit. So with advantage, a natural 20 will do. So Bastian, you take 2d10 plus 5. So you take 23 and 2d, and the average, which is 15. So another 15, so it's a total of 38, Bastian. Ouch. And then the one against Silas doesn't have advantage because you saved. That would be a 17 against you, Silas. And it is a 15 versus Felice. I think Silas's AC is a bit better than 17. Felice's...
It is. It's 19, sir.
Thought it might be. Felice's AC armor is... Yes. So it will hit Felice, dealing 2d10 plus 5. 19 damage to her. They each get another 2 attacks. Let's just, roll all of these. Against Bastian here. That's that one. So second attack and the third attack. With advantage, so 23 and so I've got another plus 5. Another 11 damage to Bastian. It's not quite enough to bring you down, mate, so that's good. I'm glad it didn't bring you down. Plus 7. Roll d20 plus 7. And against Silas, we've got a 1 hit, so roll 2d10 plus 5. It is going to be 21 damage to you, Silas. Another 2 attacks to Felice. Both of which hit her. So I'm just gonna 4d10 plus 10. That would be the easiest way. 30 damage to Felice. We're taking a beating, and it's all of them have had their turn. Bastian, these things are brutal. What would you like to do?
All right. So Bastion will place his hands on himself and intone a spell. And he will cast, I believe the name of the spell is Heal, on himself.
Ooh, that's the big heal, big heal.
Healing himself for 70
Ooh.
HP.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
As broken metal snaps and reshapes and reforms on him, and he recovers himself.
So I have a caveat. Did we give you any features that allow you to bypass the part of the spell that says no effect on constructs?
Oh, that's a good point. I believe that we would need to look at the racial features about whether or not he counts as a construct in terms of healing.
All right.
From what I remember with Warforged in 3.5, they typically take half effect from healing.
Okay, well that was okay. Well, let's.
But that might have changed with 5e.
Yeah, I want to check. So we'll quickly do that. Keep the health for now while I look this up here, and we're using the most up-to-date one, aren't we? Which is, I think, here the Wayfinder's Guide, isn't it? So. And we are looking at Warforged. A blend of organic and inorganic. Alright. Take comfort, Poison. You don't need to sleep. Okay. And which type are you? Which Warforged are you? Was it the... I guess it doesn't really matter. Defensive layers, armor. Body is designed...
I'm the one with Iron Fist, so I'm the powerful build.
Powerful build, the Juggernaut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make unarmed. Carry... Yeah, okay. So I think...
So if it doesn't work, I'm
No, I
totally
think it
fine with
will.
that. I just asked to undo what I did.
No, that's okay. No, it's not saying...
Oh, I found it. It's under living steel and stone. While they're formed from stone and steel, Warforged are living humanoids. Resting, healing, magic, and the medicine skill all provide the same benefits to Warforged as they do for other humanoids.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I don't want to rob you of it, so you can definitely have that health. Sorry for taking up a little bit of time there as we double-checked that, but now we know. We don't have to look it up ever again.
Right.
So yes, it did work. You do heal yourself for lots.
Bastion will stand up from prone,
Good plan.
and he will use his remaining movement to place himself between Lana and the abomination,
Also a good
drumming
plan.
his hammer against his shield. Come on, I can take you. And that's his turn.
Perfect. And Lana, it is your turn.
Lana happily lets Bastion take block view and whatnot, but she's going to carefully just kind of skip around him to get up nice and close to stabby stab. Doop, doop, doop. With the 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And because she got a nice success there with 9 points of piercing, she's also going to add on another 26 points of piercing. And she's going to just kind of
35.
go right back to where she was. Like, you got this, Bastion. Thank you.
Now, you don't take attacks of opportunity after moving.
I do not, because I can disengage as a bonus action, so I should remember to announce that she disengages.
Perfect. Very good. Yeah, you've done lots and lots of damage. That's the end of your turn. Felice, who is very, very hurt at the moment. I think she has a healing spell. So let me check her spell book here. Level 1. Let's see. Did she take... No! She did not. Oh no, she has. So Cure Wound, she has taken it. And it looks like she hasn't used any spell slots. Does that sound right, that she hasn't taken any used any spell slots? I guess we will say that she hasn't, for the benefit of the doubt. She will heal herself with a 4th level Cure Wounds. Roll. 4d8, and her Wisdom modifier is 0. Okay, so 20. She heals herself for 20. So that's Felice. Make sure that there's not something else. She will continue to focus on her, the thing that she's detecting the ancient relic and honing in on that. And so, I don't know what she would say, but she's continuing to hone in on it. And yes, whatever she says is the reality, and it is still further to the, what is that, east. So we're all going in the right direction, it seems. So that is her turn. We are back to Dawn.
Alright. Dawn's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move up so he makes sure he's not gonna laser his friends. Doesn't. I don't think I can get them both in the same blast, so I'll just hit the one that's up top.
All right. So he needs another save at disadvantage.
Let me roll, and I'll describe it too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Dawn strides forward, seeing one of them more severely hurt than the others, and lets forth the radiant sunlight from his eyes once more, blasting the misshapen head attached to the side of this one.
Whoops. That's not how that was meant to happen. Can I undo this? Hang on, sorry. Nope. It was on 79, so let's just do this again. I got 29. Alright. So, yeah, you definitely damage it. Unfortunately, the blind effect is doing nothing. Because they've got life sense at the moment. But you've definitely damaged it a lot. It is bloodied. The others are not.
Woof. Alright, that's the end of Dawn's turn.
Silas. You are muted.
Alright, so Sai is going to attack the one in front of him.
Yeah.
With my scimitar.
Okay.
And if I... Well, here, we'll see if I hit him. Please hit him. Yes.
You definitely hit him for 10 slashing
Well,
damage.
I'm going to use a ability for my shield master feat. And I'm going to shove him 5 feet, or attempt to shove him 5 feet, into that blue pillar.
Okay.
That's why, because I measured already, it's 5 feet away.
Alright. We'll make that strength check.
Oh, this is not the best thing ever, but let's see. What was that? Oh no, there's no way.
It's possible,
I don't think
right?
I can even... I don't know if it's possible.
Oh dear.
Oh no, yeah, because his strength is a 0. So it's not possible.
Not possible. Alright, yeah, you try the best you can, and this thing just leans over your shield, pressing up against it. Your shield gets just smeared with blood and gore and pus. It's lovely.
Lovely.
Yes,
Seeing that
well.
he knows that wasn't the greatest idea, I'm going to, Yeah, we'll just slash at it again.
$13 is not quite enough to hit it, I'm afraid.
No, it is not. I'm assuming not.
As you know, the limbs that are just misplaced, they just sort of move around, get out of the way of your attack. It is now their turn again. Again, they're going to move away first, provoking attacks of opportunity, but it's more difficult to hit them. So, Bastian and Silas and Dawn and Felice, if you have melee attacks, you can make attacks of opportunity against them. You need 19s.
Bastion will go his attack of opportunity, saving his reaction.
He's saving his reaction? Okay.
I'm not sure Dawn even has a melee weapon. Let me check.
I have no idea. He's been a spellcaster for as long as I remember, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does not.
Too bad he's
Never
not of a moon circle, just full on cat at him.
Never underestimate the power of punch magic.
Did you want to take an attack of opportunity, Silas, or are you also saving your reaction?
No, I'm gonna save my action as well, please.
Alright, so they move away. Again, they pick up another weapon. So they're going to be at +2 now. And again, the weapons, like, phase in to their claws as they pick them up. They move back in. I need the 3 of you, please, to make me strength saves, as per last time.
That was what type of save?
Strength. Save.
Also,
save.
Don did take the one attack of opportunity. He has a hand axe.
All right, and
To be paired with his shield.
yeah,
I just don't describe it very often.
No, that's excellent. You actually managed to hit him with that, so that's really good. Silas did fail, so Silas, you are prone, which was that one.
Great.
So the one against you, Silas, has advantage with 3 attacks.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's what we want, isn't it? Right?
Yes, these are the things we like in life.
Okay. So, yeah, that's a hit, and that's not a hit. So 2 hits. I'll just... Do you want me to roll both sets of damage as one? It's easier for me.
Fine.
Plus, that's 12 now. 39.
Oh, that's it?
Yep. Oh, that's it. What?
This.
Against
Just with the flesh wound.
against Dawn, we have so 3 attacks, 19, 16, and 21. What's your armor?
19.
Okay, 2 of them hit. Can I do the same thing for you? Just roll all the damage together.
Sure.
36. And against Bastion. That's 2 attacks. What's your armor class, Bastion? 3 attacks. I think it was 22 or something, wasn't
Armor
it?
class is 22.
Right. And one of them hits you with a critical hit. Oops. So 4 plus 6. This is because it's a critical hit. Oh!
That is so awesome.
17, because he rolled 3 1s on that critical hit. That's
That is amazing.
unfortunate for
Your
him.
grit cannot damage my metal.
Bastion will
And
activate his
save.
Wrath of the Storm as he gets hit with the blade. And he blasts it back with his Thunderbolt strike, shooting it 10 feet away from him and hopefully into the water pillar.
Sure. Goes into the water pillar, and he has to make... let me find my pillars here. It's gonna be a deck... no, it's gonna be a con save. +5. He fails his con save. He takes 12 points of cold damage. Alright, so we've done everything there. Is there anything else for you, Bastion?
That was it.
Alright, Lana.
Righto. Lana's gonna carefully go between Bastion and Dawn up to the Yes, zombie bug thing. And she's gonna do what she did last time with 18 to hit.
You hit.
Awesome. 7 points of piercing plus 16 more for 23 points of piercing with sneak attack. And she's going to disengage and once again be like, you know, Bastion, I really like this buddy system we got here.
All
You
right.
strike well.
Yeah, it's definitely been wounded. So Felice here. What do we got, Felice? What can we do? Spellbook. Let's see. Could do lightning arrow. Could do a conjure barrage. That seems pretty good. She's gonna conjure a barrage. So that's gonna take. Oh no, it's gonna be a 3rd level spell slot. And so conjure barrage here. Let's just cast. Have we got the damage component of it? No. 3d8. Oh, it is there. Damage. Yep. Okay. So let's. Okay. Well, that was terrible. No. Each feature must make a dex save, though. I think she's done this wrong. That's okay. We need dex saves for all of my creatures here. 20 plus 3. Roll d20 plus 3 and roll d20 plus 3. And we've got 2 saves and a fail. The failed one takes 3d8. I'm going to say that that's the one closest to her, because it makes sense. 3d8. 16 piercing damage. Do the others take half? Yes, they do, for 8 each. As, just, like, arrows just from the ground, sort of, they fly up from the ground and splinter and spew into the corpses, piercing into their knitted flesh. And Dawn, it is your turn.
All right. Ooh, they've lined up nicely for me.
Oh yeah.
Teamwork.
Well, definitely those 2. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, looks like 2.
Alright, d20 plus 5 at disadvantage. This is such a good spell.
Yeah, especially with AoE. Like, it's okay for single target still. Like, it's comparable to all of my other spells. So just being able to hit more than one guy is great.
Alright, well, the second one is going to... He's in the cold pillar, so I'm going to say he's the one that saves, because he's like... he's just, you know, chilling.
Shielded by the cold.
Right. The other one definitely fails, but the one that's succeeded still takes half, so still pretty good. Yeah. Still 10. So that's 10.
The liquid sunlight bends through the air that's been chilled by the cold, deflecting slightly and missing the second target.
That's still really good, though. You can see that both of those ones are like on their last. In fact, quite literally, all of the legs that they're on all fall off except for one. So they're both on literally their last leg. And is that the end of your turn, Don?
Yeah, it's last of his turn. He'll stay there.
Silas. Both of these both of the ones nearest you are definitely on their last leg, although the one to the bottom of you still isn't bloodied yet. What do you want to do? You're muted.
Wonderful. let's do this. I'm going to use my rogue ability to, as a bonus action, to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to. Oops. Yeah, okay. What did I tell you? I'm just going to come over here. And from there, I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Ooh. On all three of them, or on two of them, or how is this?
I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to do one at each.
Yep. All right, go ahead.
That's what I cast it. 18.
Oh yeah. The first one hits, which will kill that one.
Okay.
The second one hits, doesn't quite kill that one, but very close. And the third one?
Now, can I choose to shoot that one again?
Why not? I'll allow it.
Hit it.
Yeah, no.
No.
Um,
And unless it would have missed.
but, hey, you killed one. Is there anything
Yeah.
else on your turn?
I think I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use my. What is it called? Laying hands on myself.
Alright, lay on hands.
So,
Alright, well,
so it's 5 times my paladin level. So that's what, 7 right now? Because actually I have 3 of. Yeah. So at 35 points, I'm gonna take it back.
So I'm gonna like do this, come here, and he's gonna come down here. I need Silas and Lana to make me strength saves, please.
Sorry, what save again?
Strength.
Strength.
No!
Yeah, it's the same thing, friend.
We get the same score.
Okay, both succeed.
Oh no.
So they can't do advantage on this roll. However, they did pick up more weapons, so they're now at +3. So against Lana, we have 3 attacks. Nine, 15, and 23. So 23 hits you, right?
Yep.
D.
Dodge. Ow!
Plus, we're now at 7. So 17 damage to you.
Yep.
And against Silas, plus. So that's a hit. Sorry. 7 and 7.
Oh my gosh.
So 2 hits there against Silas, which is 4. And we're now at +7, so it's 14.
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
as a reaction.
Sure, you can do that just before you go down. Oh no, you're not going down. 34 damage to you. Yep, Hellish Rebuke. which it's, I think, a dex save, yeah. +3. Fails. He
Yes, it is.
dies. Okay.
But he hit me for 34, right?
Yeah. Alright, so 2 of them are dead. They've had their turns. It is Bastion's turn.
All right. Bastion will move through Dawn's space
Mm-hmm.
Hey
to. It's awkward. You feel metal belly bump you in the back.
Ow,
But nothing too
ow.
extreme. Actually, let's not stand between it and the pillar of fire.
Yeah.
Is there any flanking rules in this game?
No, I haven't
Afraid not.
done that.
I wish though.
And with that, Bastion will go ahead and attack it with his weapon.
Ew. Yeah. 9 to hit, unfortunately, isn't quite enough. As that's a 1, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you didn't roll 2 ones.
Yep. At least there's that.
But
I'm helping you guys.
you should have a second attack there, right?
No, I'm a cleric.
Clerics.
If you want to give me a second attack, I will.
As generous as a DM as I try to be, no. Anything else then from you,
That would be it for Bastion's turn.
Lana? You hit, you deal 20 damage. It is now bloodied.
Sorry, it's actually 27 points of damage. The other is if her poison dagger was poisoned.
Okay, I will add another 7 damage.
Danke.
Alright, is that all from you, Lana?
No. She's going to disengage as bonus action to be like, hey, Don, you look totally more solid than I.
What? No, you have a way better AC than me.
You got the laser beams out of your eyes. You got this. Good job, pat on the back. Maybe the same words that she's been telling Bastion every time she ducks back behind him.
Alright, Felicia's going to try to cast Lightning Arrow at this thing. Cast spell. Okay, it needs to make a dex save. Ooh. Roll d20 +3, because it hasn't done well on its dex. Oh, now it does well. Still, it's going to be 13 lightning plus the normal. Okay, sure. Still, it's better than nothing.
So what does this look like when it goes through the pillar?
She would move. She would move to there. Yeah. You know, doing things out of order. But yes, she would move so that she's got line of sight to it. In fact, yeah, there's no storm one, is there? Let's just make sure here. We've got flame. It is a storm one. The second one is actually storm, not cold. But anyway, yeah. So she will actually draw the. She'll actually, throw her hand. She'll actually shoot her bow. Right. She'll shoot it through that storm pillar there, and it will sort of curl back and then hit the creature as the spell. And we are back to Dawn.
All right.
Apparently, Felice can curve arrows. Who knew?
All she has to do is turn fast enough. It's like gunslinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, you whip the bow around and it curves the arrow, right?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Don will shift a little bit, but he's mindful of that pillar.
All right. Well, you're definitely going to get it. We know that you're going to get it. Yeah.
Zap!
D20 plus 5 with disadvantage. 5. We got 16. So we take half, which is 15 damage. Alright, he's not looking as good as he was a second ago. And he wasn't looking good a second ago. Anything else from you?
That will be all. Don has drawn his name into this creature at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely a big D. GD. Silas.
All right. So yeah, Silas is going to. Yes, we're gonna do this. All right. So as my last second level spell, I'm going to cast Searing. No, let's not do that one. Let's do the Branding Smite again. And I'm going to shoot him with my hand crossbow from where I am. I'm going to use my inspiration that I have to re-roll that.
Well, yeah, as you would.
That's really bad. So that is now God. We'll re-roll that.
Yeah,
That's much better.
sure is.
Can I use my sneak attack from here?
You tell me. You've got an ally next to it, so I'm guessing so.
Yes. Okay. So we'll do extra d6 and this. Right. So 24 damage total.
24 damage total. Wow. Yeah, that's really hurting.
Right. So I don't have crossbow master anymore, so I can't just build and shoot. And I will end my turn.
Alright, it's his turn. He'll attempt to move away from Bastion, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Bastion will take that attack.
There's a 19 to hit in this case because of his... Yes, he will hit. You deal 13, and he dies before he can get away.
Coward!
Cool. So you've killed all of these abominations who were attacking, and their bodies just sink back into the ground. Well, back to the ground, not into the ground, and just, decay into their unknitted parts. And that is the end of the encounter. Good job, guys.
We survived!
Lana goes up to one and like kind of timidly pokes it with her boot. Like, is it really dead?
Oh yeah.
Don't touch that, Lana. It's gross.
Definitely dead.
That's why I'm using my boots.
Dead, and re-dead.
Holy
There's a
cow,
wet
Dawn
slap.
and Silas, way to go with your fire. That was impressive.
Yeah, it really was.
I should practice my new trick. And she will then wait for everyone to start leading the way once more.
Okay.
Bastion
So
holds up a hand and he says, "Not so quick, Lana. We took a beating from that."
Come on.
Oh, and
I-
like nasty cut. And like, oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's best we move back to the entrance and bind our wounds. Unless there's a reason that we're rushed.
I agree with Bastion. We should heal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a
As
plan.
long as like looking around, like, yeah. I'm down. Stay away from the fiery pillar. Are you coming?
Bastion looks up from the dead thing he's been hitting repeatedly with his hammer. Good enough.
So, I do have healing spells, but yours are probably better, Bastion.
Bastion will shake his head and he'll say, "I have magic as well, but it would drain me completely if I used it to heal everyone. A short
Yeah,
rest is what we're needed."
Yeah. You guys can have a short rest if you would like one.
Alright.
Something that you note as you guys are resting is that all of the bits that are on the ground throughout the room next to you are starting to make their way towards room 4 further down. Further down the tunnel. And Felice can have a short rest. So, going to...
All right, I'm gonna blow some spell slots before we rest because I want to natural recovery them back.
So that's
Doing the math on which ones right now.
23, 28, 34. How many did I do there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so 12.
14,
Okay.
44.
Pretty good. So, for the next part, until Chris gets here, Felice is going to be just resting and tending to her wounds and rethinking her life choices.
Guarding the entrance.
Guarding the entrance.
Alright.
Maybe studying that symbol. She can study the symbol while we're...
Where do I find hit dice on the character sheet?
So, it's on the core stats page.
I was just having that same issue and I found it.
Bastion, I'm gonna heal you with this next spell. Have 10 hits. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay.
Man, that first one was good.
Yeah, that was cast as a 3rd level, then a 2nd level, and then I used natural recovery to regain those slots after the rest.
Oh, very nice.
I still don't see the... Oh, there it is. I found you. There you are.
Cool. So let me clear the list. All right. So yeah, as I was saying, you guys, as you're resting, tending to your wounds, spending your hit die, you will notice that many of the limbs in room 2 are dragging themselves into room 4. Whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores. Wow.
Oh, that's gross. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really, really good. Cool.
Yep. It rarely comes in handy though, because it makes it so you outpace everyone else. So it's one of those things where if I take the most damage, I can recover the most damage.
Well, being that you've tended to be the person that's been up the front taking most of the blows, that's probably very useful.
Yep.
Cool. So, over to you guys then. You've rested. The
And you recovered all you wanted to, Silas?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, Bastion will get to his feet and he'll say, well, I think that's long enough. Any more, and I don't think that I'd be able to recover much more besides a actual night's sleep, and I don't think we're going to get that here. The way those limbs are crawling away makes me worry that they're going for something else. We better continue.
We're pretty lucky they didn't stand up again while we were waiting, resting.
If I thought about it, I would have just thrown them into the fire. That would have been smart.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But Dawn already burnt them with fire, and so did Silas. So
Yeah, not only are they just, old, bloody, and gory, but now they're charred and blackened.
Well, there's only one way forward.
Indeed.
What about these pillars? Do you think they're a lock of some sort? Blast them with a proper element and have them open something?
So, just to remind you then, as you mentioned that, so we have a crackling fire cylinder, a pillar of swirling storm clouds, a twisting ribbon of green water, and a column of glittering gemstones. They are each 10 feet in diameter and 30 feet high.
Hard to say. We have to have a locked door before a lock makes any sense.
I suppose you're wise. Let's continue before those undead gather any more.
Lana looks mesmerized at the pillar of glittery awesomeness for a moment.
And then
And she thinks
casually
about-
gazes
she thinks
into room
about-
4.
And she thinks about like, hey Bastion! And she stops and goes, that's a stupid idea.
Bastion kind of puts a finger to his lips and points down the hallway.
All right, so you are looking into an area here. An enormous.
Man, why does this look familiar? Like, Lana just whispers from the Silas's ear. Hey, hey,
Yeah,
does this remind you of the crypt?
a lot.
So it's an enormous hexagonal construct, which is over here, dominates this room. It's made of wood, wax, and organic matter. This holds smaller chambers within. Smaller honeycomb cells surround the hive. The hive has been defaced with blood and gore. Body parts have been glued onto it and form the same shape as the bloody symbol at the entrance to this facility. And the end of the chamber, you see a big, honking, writhing mess of gelatinized body parts, all in a big pile, breathing and moving and slobbering, and a whole stack of drow zombies that are rising up from around it.
Well, there's no time like the present to practice that fire spell.
It's pretty clear, just from the outset, that it must have been the drow that killed the bee people from earlier in the cavern. There are also corpses of bee people in here, but you can see that these drow are definitely not from around here. And they've obviously been killed, and they've obviously come back. Something that you can tell here is that, one second, while I bring this here, why have I not got that? So, this door here, an enormous iron door, is filling that tunnel, blocking off the chamber beyond. The door has a large keyhole in its center, circled by runes in the giant language that warn off trespassers with promises of dire fate. An inanimate, i.e. dead, stone golem lies motionless on the floor, which, you know, these drow zombies along here are standing on top of. You can see that it must have been the golem, the stone golem, that killed the drow, along with everything else that is foreign. It tried to prevent them from entering the room. Lies motionless on the floor. Drow corpses. A sickening pile of bodies of drow and bee people is held together with thick mucus jelly. And yes, the drow corpses are rising up to attack. So, let us roll initiative.
No.
Should have summoned an elemental.
You can. It takes 10 minutes, doesn't it, or something?
1 minute, but yeah, I think the fight would be over by then.
20.
I gotta anticipate. That's my bad.
Oh, it's alright. It
Please.
probably can have squeezed through the gap with all the elemental pillars. Unless it can pass through stone, in which case, why don't we have it adventure for us?
Depends on which type I make. I can make a fire one using that pillar of fire.
That'd be cool.
Or a water one, because pillar of water.
Can you make a pillar of gems? Can you make a
Gem golem.
diamond?
Gem elemental.
That would be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool.
diamond golem? Bastion's like, finally, have enough components forever.
Dex of plus.
I
0.
raised dead on the entire city.
Oh, wow.
We're so dead.
Descending. Right, Lana, Silas, Bastian, Dawn. Cool, Lana. Yeah. This is not pleasant.
Yeah, you know, she's gonna use her action to be like, okay, poison dagger, let's do your thing, let's do your thing, let's do your thing, and I don't think, yeah, and she's gonna just kind of hold back. She's not exactly ready to go in guns a-blazing, but she has her dagger prepared to poison whatever she stabs it with.
No, give me your initiative. No.
Take it away, Don.
I mean, in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So, the zombies part where as the big blob moves. So it's gonna move.
What does it look like as it squeezes through the zombie friends?
Like a big pile of jelly like red jelly strewn with corpses. That's really disgusting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30. It moves to there. So 20 feet. So, Bastian, Silas, and 5, 10, 15, and Lana. I need you to make me the end of Constitution saves, please. Ugh. As the closer it gets, the stinkier it is. It has a noxious aura.
So everybody
So
adds
Lana's
3 because
retching.
I'm a bad magic player.
Oh gosh.
Bastian. So what's that, Silas? Sorry.
Everybody adds 3
Adds 3. So that's a 10.
because of aura protection.
26.
Does 10 make a difference?
No.
Darn.
Oh yay!
Lana feels herself like almost dry heave and just kind of like hand on Silas' back, just like, okay, I got this. I think I got this, and we'll stand up straight and be like, whew.
So, Lana, you are poisoned. Which means you have disadvantage.
On
Pretty much everything.
weird.
Poisoned says attack rolls and ability checks.
Well, yeah, it was nice knowing you.
Now, you...
Hands go back to knees as she just tries to keep her mind clear and breathe.
Yeah, the rest of you, you know, it's really foul, but you can, you know, not be poisoned. And those of you that saved, you are immune to the poison effect for the rest of the encounter. So it's moved, it's not done any actions yet. So what it's going to do... restrained, so no one's restrained. It's got nothing there. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything because I missed something last time. No, I think I'm good. So it's going to take the dodge action as it sort of wobbles precariously And then the zombies move.
Sorry.
Hmm?
I'm just gonna chill.
Okay.
It's like it's evading our attacks. What type of undead is this?
I know, right? So, zombies.
I don't. No.
Okay. They're gonna double move. And then 5, 10, 15. Yep. There. To there. To there. To there. To there. And to there. Alright. The ones that are at range, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they will shoot with crossbows, believe it or not, because they're drow zombies. Which is going to be at the 2 people at the front. So I'm going to have, let's say, 3 attacks against Bastion and 2 attacks versus Silas with these crossbows. And they have, crossbows have +4 to hit. So let me actually just copy that. And so the first 3 are against Bastion. 2 of them hit, surprisingly. And against Silas, 2 of them hit, I think. Because you've got 19, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 2 each. It's going to be 5 piercing damage each for each of those hits. And for each of those hits, I need you please to make me a Constitution save. So it's 3 Constitution saves each.
+3 on each one.
Alright. Is this against poison?
Yes.
I have advantage against that.
Okay.
These are cons.
They are cons. So that's a save. Save. Silas has failed twice. I need... What's that?
Yeah,
4 more rolls from you, Bastion?
From whom?
From you. Because there's 3 saves each. And you've got advantage, so the second one saves... yeah, that's okay. That's alright. So yeah, that's cool. Done. So it looks like
How much damage?
it's not extra damage, you're poisoned. So you also have disadvantage on attacks, and so the damage was 5 per hit, so it's 10 damage each you've taken. 10 damage each, and no extra from poison, just poison condition if you failed, which is only
Did I
6.
get hit by 3 attacks, or was
2.
it 4 attacks?
2 attacks,
2 attacks.
which is 10 damage in
2
total.
attacks, but 4 saves.
Right. You've saved all of the saves, Bastion, so you're okay. Maybe I didn't do that right, but that's okay. We're there. The rest was going to be 1 attack on Lana and 1 more attack on each of you from... These are short swords, so they don't have the poison.
Didn't they use the dash action to get to us?
They did use the dash action to get to you. Never mind. Done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's okay. 2, 3. That one wouldn't have quite got that far, so put him there. That makes a bit more sense. Cool. They use the dodge action, the dash actions. They can't do anything. Zombies have gone. Silas. There's zombies. They are wearing chain shirts, as they were drow in their lives.
In their previous alive lives.
Indeed.
Wonderful.
Alright. You definitely
We're gonna
hit.
do that. And these.
8 damage. And kill that one.
Yeah. And then second attack.
Yep, you hit for 10.
And
Use your
That's
sneak
that.
attack. Do you want to use your sneak attack on that?
yeah.
Alright, you kill that one. 2 of them are dead, even after just one person's gone. Because they're zombies, and zombies are crap.
And zombies are crap. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna where do I move? Away from this thing. I don't know if we can get through the doorway. So I'm gonna move this way. 'Cause this isn't right next to me, so I won't get an attack opportunity from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going this way.
Okay.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna move quite a distance. Yeah, I'm coming.
Brave Sir Robin.
Yeah, whatever. I'm moving back over here.
Okay, Bastian.
By Thunder's might, you'll not see the end of this day. And Bastion will cast a Channel Divinity Shatter centered on the ooze,
Okay.
and he will maximize the damage.
Okay. Is it just... Okay. A point within your range. 10-foot radius. So do you want to get some of the zombies... Like you could get 2 zombies as well if you...
I believe that would get all the
All the
zombies
zombies?
except for
That one.
the far one to the south.
All of the zombies die. Done. And it's a con save for the corpse mound. It
The
has
corpse mound.
+5 on this, and it is undead, but it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Yes, it is a corpse mound. 19, so it takes half. Yep.
Yes. The 20 thunder damage as the wiggling intensifies.
Yes. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, 20 damage. Oh, it could have actually attacked on its turn. Who knew? That's alright. I'll have something for next time.
Dawn! Lure it through the pillar.
Yep, so is that the end of your turn, Bastian?
I will provoke an attack of opportunity from the zombie as I withdraw.
Okay. Sure. It's using a short sword. It's got +4 to hit. Not likely. No. Swing and a miss. Dawn.
All right. Well, I can't just let it go with that. We're gonna cast. How about Flaming Spear, but as a 5th level spell?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
All right. I'm let me do this math real quick.
Let's find some fire.
Yeah, it should be 5d6. Nice. Not quite as good as my eye beam spell. But hey. Dawn gathers the remnants of radiance that from their earlier channeling of sunlight, and they coalesce in front of him as a miniature sun of sorts, brighter, more radiant than those he's summoned before. And he drops it right between the drow zombie and the jello pudding, and rams it into the pudding.
Jello pudding. Get them pudding pops.
Why is this being silly? Alright, I'll just have to be a minute while this is taking time to load for some reason. Alright, I'll get you that sphere in a sec. I was able to just find it last time. This time it's being a dick.
After he pulls the sphere into existence, he'll bravely fall back, as Bastion suggests.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well let's can this one go? There we go. It's a 5 foot, isn't it? Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say Steven can control it. So where did it go? You can control it now.
We're gonna put it right here, so the zombie and the jello are affected, but it only deals damage to them when they are rammed or when they end their turn on it. So right now it's only dealing damage to the jelly.
Yeah.
Unless it makes its deck.
Alright, well it's got just its roll against Dex. So 17 fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. The smell of burning jelly corpses pervades through the building.
That's the end of Dawn's turn.
Okay. Lana.
Lana's perfectly happy with, making a nice full disengage and just like, I like it over here with everybody else. And she'll ready in action if a creature gets close enough, and she has that dagger grasped and hoping that maybe, just maybe, she'll have enough focus to do something good. And that's about it for her.
Okay. I think that
Hopefully I won't black out.
the mound is going to wait for the zombie. The zombie is going to take the damage, I think, at the start of his turn, or at least have to make a dex save. And he gets 16, so he takes half. Do you just want to keep the 17 at this stage because it was... I'm fine with it. Let's do that. He takes half. He moves. Let's take him into there. He'll just... he'll try an attack here against Silas with his short sword. No. The jelly will also have to make another dex save as he moves through the thing. Nope. He takes another 17 and he will come to here, and the okay, let's see. What happens?
That's right over the gem thing.
It is right over the gem thing. The gem thing explodes in a 40-foot radius. Everyone needs a dex save.
Everybody gets +3.
Is the deck save the same as an ability save? Or an ability check?
It's not an ability check.
Awesome. Then 27. 30 with Silas.
Yeah, I got 24.
It looks like everyone saved. So you take, except for Lana, who's got evasion.
Yee-hoo.
Oh, and I get to half anything at that half because of my shield.
Alright.
Not a deck save. So, I can make it go away too.
Alright. Yeah, half that, and then... So none for Lana. It'll be, what's that, 32 halved for Silas, which is 16. And everyone else, except for Don, who's, I think, is it 40 feet?
I feel like Lana cowers, and really
10,
what happened
15,
was
20,
Silas'
25, 30.
shield just
Yeah.
took all the damage.
Don as well.
This is poison, right?
This is not. This is. Gemstones are exploding. The pillar's exploding.
Ah.
No, not my gems.
So yeah. So those that saved, that I haven't already said, which is Silas and Lana, take 32. So Don and Bastion. Boom. And then it gets its things. So it's going to.
Oh, no, wait. I take no damage, sorry. Take no damage.
Nice.
So
All right.
that's even further.
Silas's shields saving Lana and himself. Awesome.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a bone shard. I need. It's gonna pick a target randomly that it can see within its range. So it's gonna be a D3 for that. D3. So Bastion, you're 1. Silas, you're 2.
Yeah.
Lana,
Oh,
you're 3.
hang on.
What's going on?
Nothing. I just wasn't muted.
Okay. So Bastion. Bastion, we have a bone shard plus 11. No. So that one doesn't hit you. And then there's 2. So it's got 2 slam attacks. Unless it manages to do its thing. D20 plus 11. So this is still against you, I think, Bastion, with its slam attack. No. It's rolling terribly. There we go. As I say, it's rolling terribly. So we've got 8. That plus 3d6 plus 10. A casual 54 damage to you, Bastion. And you need a strength check, please. No, you don't. Excuse me, you're just grappled. You're grappled and you are restrained. And that really hurt, as just this big pile of just arms and legs and heads and bodies just curled up and slammed down on you and splattered just jelly and blood and stuff all over you.
Bastion screams in pain. It's like metal grinding on metal.
Yeah, I apologize. I crit on that last attack, which is why so much damage happened. However, that's its turn. Silas.
Wonderful.
You've just seen this thing almost one-shot Bastion, just about.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was horrifying. So I'm gonna swing my scimitar at Zombo.
Yeah. Think he's just gonna die.
I think that's hopefully just death, but we'll see.
I'm just gonna
Before you
remove
go,
the
I gotta roll for the flame sphere.
Yep. The flaming sphere. Doesn't that happen on your turn?
Happens at the end of the creature's turn, if it's within 5 feet, which it is, I think.
I did fire damage as it moved through it.
So I should rephrase that. There's 2 times that it does damage. During my turn, I forcibly ram it into things.
Yeah.
And then outside of my turn, it's just if something ends its turn within range, it takes
Right.
damage
So I
as well.
did that. I did that as it moved through it, rather than at the end of its turn. So I did do it this round.
Yeah, so he already did take it.
Okay.
But he takes an extra 1 because I just took 17 last time. So 18. Cool. Still, that's really good. Silas, what were you doing? Sorry, Silas.
Sorry. So I attacked it for 6.
You attacked it for 6.
The zombie.
So it's armor. Yeah, you definitely hit it.
And did it die from 6?
Yes, it did.
And then I'm gonna disengage again, so hopefully we'll get it to run over this other puddle thing, and maybe it might hurt it more. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So
Okay.
I'm going to move this way, and with see, I'm not. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna hit that thing for 1 more melee.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Let me just read the wording on this one spell. It's instantaneous. It's not. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see if I can do this. Hang on. Is that hit?
It is.
Okay, so it's 8,
slashing.
and then I can divine smite, because that is just a on it.
Yeah, as
on
long
a
as you've
hit.
got spell slots, yeah.
Yeah, So we'll do that.
7.
That's gross. That's not great. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to move. To disengage to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And
Hopefully,
Bastion.
again, hopefully it'll run over this thing.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Did that gem explosion seem to hurt it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely took damage from it.
Alright.
Alright, Bastion will struggle in this ooze as it's grappled him, kicking and flailing. Eventually gets an arm free, points it at the thing, and curses in Dwarven as he casts Shatter, level 5, and he will direct it so it... You're learning the power of Shatter.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Actually, screw it. Let's go ahead and cast. What's it called?
Your
Thunderwave.
okay. I mean, if you want.
I need a second to do the math. Do apologize for that. All right. So he casts a maximized Thunderwave.
All right. Let me maximize Thunderwave. Holy crap.
So that should do 48 thunder damage. This is a level 5 spell.
All right.
And it should push it away if it fails to save.
It didn't. So it takes 24. Each creature, the zombie dies. I'm gonna put him over there. Yeah. So yeah, he's taken that. 48 isn't pushed, so it's
And
not pushed.
that's the end of Bastion's turn.
Okay, and Dawn.
All right. Wow, it took some hits.
Yes, it has.
Is the gel? Is the pudding bloodied yet?
No.
All right. When the gem pillar shattered, was it like a complete destruction of it, or is that an ongoing thing?
No, it destroyed it.
Hmm. All right. I'm gonna try this then.
And you can see just like gems glistening in all of the body parts.
So Don's plan here is to build a nice little box for our pudding friend,
Okay.
and try to leave enough space for us to squeeze past it still potentially. This would be an enclosed box.
Each panel has an AC 15 and 30 hit points per inch. Okay. Sure.
So because it is going to enclose the creature, it does get a dex save. On success, it can use a reaction to move up to its speed, so that's no longer enclosed.
So it gets a dex save.
Yeah, if it has a reaction.
Yeah, I haven't used one. Don't think. 14. Your save is 16, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it is enclosed. Now, and you said it's 6 inches thick? Yeah, 6 inches thick. So per inch is 30 hit points. 3 6s are 18, so it's 180 hit points to get through the stone.
Probably more than that, because ones of 6 inches thick gives me hold on, I'm reading it. All right, I get 10 panels that are 6 inches thick. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to make a box. So I'll double up on all the sides, so it'll be 12 inches thick.
All right. 12 inches thick. So it's 360 hit points worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each panel, AC 15, 30 hit points.
So let me just tell you this. I only need a 4 to hit, right? So I'm assuming I'm gonna hit like pretty much every time. So I'm gonna deal. I'm gonna deal 28. What's gonna happen with Bastion though, mate? Like he's grappled at the moment. Are you like are you just gonna have him in there?
So if the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side of the wall. My choice. So I choose for it to push Bastion outside, and the pudding on the inside.
Okay.
It's the second.
It's kind of like there is no way for it to continue the grapple. Whoever's grappling Bastion is simply pushed. Similar to if Bastion had succeeded with his Thunderwave spell, it would have pushed him away and thus broken the grapple rather than dragging him with it.
Right. So 28, so it'll do 56 each round. So 2, 6, 8, 8 rounds. You've got. Assuming that I hit, and let's say that I miss twice. So let's call it 10 rounds. You've got effectively a minute until it breaks out of there, because it only needs a 4, unless you want me to roll them all.
No, that's okay. I'll take a minute. That'll give me time to summon an elemental.
Yep, it will. So it's encased for a minute. So as a group then, what do we want to do for the next minute?
Donald.
Get some fresh air. Maybe that storm pillar will have a, I don't know, decent gust of something that's not stinky. Clear our head, hopefully
Well,
get less.
as soon as the corpse mound is encased in stone, you're no longer poisoned.
Ah, interesting. Well,
because the smell will just dissipate. The smell is encased inside the stone there.
Cool. I don't like that thing. Good job, Don. Thanks again, Silas. By chance anyone noticed any, like, I don't know, well of holy water? Thank you. As Silas walks away, it's like, I'm just gonna talk to this wall.
Bastion will begin casting healing spells
All right.
as he towards dawn.
All right, feel free. You've got a minute. So what's Silas doing? You've walked all the way up to the door. And you're muted.
Gosh darn mute. Yeah, I ran over here to the door.
Mm-hmm.
What is?
So.
Does it look any different?
So reiterating, It's a giant door with runes that are in the giant language, which a few of us can read. So they warn off trespassers with promises of a dire fate. The stone golem that was guarding the door is dead on the ground. And you can actually see that there are handprints. Now that you're right up close and personal, there are bloody handprints on the door. And how about you make me a quick investigation check for free?
Sure.
Dawn, you heal 11 hit points.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So what we can't tell is whether the handprints mean that someone has accessed the room or not.
Okay.
Because you rolled really low. I'm sorry.
Badly. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. Well,
I'm glad Lana wasn't trying to make any saves here.
What you can tell is that someone has tried to access the room.
so somebody's tried to be in this door before. And it's
Fairly
nice,
recently, like within the last couple of days.
it's not completely dried. It's probably part of that cube in the box. Yeah. Well,
Wait. Sorry, what, Silas? As Lana has been kind of scoping around, assuming there's like drow bodies scattered, seeing if she can find that weapon or any weapon that looks of great significance to what they are looking for.
So there's nothing in here that's a weapon, but you have a feeling that's probably behind that door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
open
Then,
the
yep,
door.
stand by. What, Silas? What?
we need to open this door.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it says that there's a great fate. We're gonna die.
You can pretty much tell that probably the dire fate would maybe be the stone golem, or it could have been, which is now dead. Maybe there's something else inside, but
Yeah. But it doesn't look like there's.
You know who would be a great candidate for going first? Don. He's been such a badass this whole time. Holy crackers.
I just used up all my best spells.
She don't know that.
oh man.
I don't know. Like, hope it's another one of those gross monster things and not a golem. It sounds very ominous. Can we peek?
Yeah,
Like, and she'll like kind of push gently on the wall thingy.
On the door? Yeah, like you push gently, and like if you see how thick that thing is.
Lana like goes to push, nothing, pushes harder, nothing, pushes harder, nothing, like is full on leaning, like, does this thing even like crack open just a little bit? And if it doesn't move, she'll give up.
Means to open it yet. Not.
Something that
is there like a crack at the bottom?
Well, no. Something that Silas would be able to tell as you are leaning on it, Lana, is that as the more you lean on it, the brighter the glow of the runes that are on the door.
Interesting.
You can't
So,
tell because you're leaning.
All right.
Pressure.
So as those brighten, I say, wait, push it more, and I push on the door as well.
Yeah, they continue to brighten. You can both make me strength checks. Wow.
Okay. Wow, you're really
Hey!
strong.
Lana made a really good one.
Jeez, you're really strong, miss.
She
And
is.
+3.
All right. Well, together you push with enough force to get the doors open. They open up, and
like quickly backs off. She's like, shoot, I just wanted to open it just a little bit so we can see what's inside maybe and determine if we really should go in.
Uniformly sized rectangular bricks form this chamber's walls, and a domed ceiling supported by 4 granite pillars arches 40 feet above the floor. All around the room are shards of smashed blue crystal, a pedestal of black crystal that you are sure is a weapon mount is lying crookedly against the back wall, and there is a weapon on it. And there is a stone sarcophagus in the center of the room.
I will go back and see if Bastion and Dawn want to come pick that up.
So, something to bring up. I didn't realize it targeted an additional creature with using a higher level spell. So, with those additional second level spell slots I just used on, that gives you a total of 49 HP.
Nice.
Alright, well, Silas will definitely enter the room.
Yeah, those legendary spells that I've given you are legendary spells, so they have ramping up effects the higher level you
Bastion.
cast.
Bastion!
Yeah, they're calling for you guys. You know you've got like
it's that like
That-
trying
that
to be
is
loud
not.
enough without being too loud. Yeah.
let's
Cool.
bring you guys over.
And Lana will point after Silas as he walks in. She's like, we found it. Yes.
Yeah, so there is a glaive which is on that smashed pedestal, but the pedestal is smashed. And there is shattered blue crystal all over the room, and there is a closed stone sarcophagus in the center of the room.
Not interested in the sarcophagus. How big is that glaive?
It is sized for a giant.
Ooh, can we make this pass over to a different campaign?
All right, so I'm going to assume that Dawn heals. I'll try to remember that until he actually does it.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion will walk forward and he'll say, if none of you are going to do it, I'll do it. Unless, Silas,
Oh no,
do you
I'm
detect
already
anything foul coming from that sarcophagus?
I don't think we should open that sarcophagus then.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with vampires today.
Yeah.
You're the worst paladin I've ever met. And Bastion will reach forward and pick up the glaive.
Alright, it will automatically size to your size.
Mhm.
Change to your size, rather. What sort of elemental are you making for ice?
So as soon as Dawn encased the pudding in his stone box, he'd turn and start trying to summon an elemental using the strength he has left to him. He can only cast minor elementals right now, so it'd be the ice memphids.
I know that this is a fire one, but
Use your imagination.
right.
They're little ones.
Why doesn't it?
Here you go.
So, Dawn, you gain 49 HP.
Is that in addition to that first that you told me to?
Yes. So there is the 11, then now the plus 49.
Thanks.
And that's why we take short rests, people.
Right. Cool. So that's them.
Bastion shrugs. Well, I'm not dead. Does anyone want to use this?
So you can tell that it's magical. One thing, So maybe before you pick it up. So there are a few things about it that seem a little bit off to you before you pick it up. You still might want to pick it up,
Talk.
but before you pick it up, there are a few things that seem off. The first thing is that it is made of, seems to be made of some form of like crystal or glass that is plum colored, dark plum colored. This doesn't match with the descriptions that you've heard of the Glaive of Darkest Depths. Also, the hilt has a curve to it, which is kind of strange for a glaive as well. Do you still want to pick it up?
Yes, because no one else will do it, and we don't have
Nah, I
enough
was gonna
time to
pick it up.
barter over it.
Cool.
And
Do you...
Were
okay.
you going to pick it up?
Yeah, I was fully intending on going to pick it up.
Cool.
So Bastion will go for it, and he'll see your
I didn't want to.
intentions.
I didn't want to mess with the sarcophagus.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll need you in the room.
So Bastion will reach for it, then he'll pause, and he'll say, "We don't have time. Silas, is it you or me? I don't care. Someone has to do it."
Silas picks it up. Has no problem.
Silas.
All right. So is anyone else in the room when this happens?
Lana's at the door.
Which side of the door?
In the archway.
All right, you're there. Okay.
Do I get to make a dex save?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So I need to just find this. Lana, could you make me a wisdom save, please?
Yeah, totally. Hey, we did that.
2.
Ooh. That's not enough, right? I mean, she's had great wisdom and this whole time. Just, yeah, let's go investigate this room. And yeah, let's not go into the room.
So I'm getting echoes for one.
I hear it too.
That's better. Thank you. So this is what happens, guys. As soon as you touch that glaive, the sarcophagus, yeah, the sarcophagus breaks open.
Oh, of course.
And basically points at the first thing it sees, which is Lana.
Yes.
Lana,
Yes.
you are charmed.
Oh, shit.
You may try to act in a counter way to what I am commanding you. However, if you do act in a counter way to what I am commanding you, you will take 5d10 psychic damage.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I am issuing any command that I choose, short of an activity that would result in certain death. Should you issue a suicidal command, the spell ends. Right. So, Lana,
Yes?
you were my lover
Oh, snaps.
many,
Byron.
many, many millennia ago. I am your, deceased husband who has just rose from the dead, and you're here to affect
Would
my
I
rise
know a
from the
name?
dead.
Would I know a name?
Her name? No. I'm basically commanding you to be my wife for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know his name. His name is Isdelth.
Delph.
Isdelth. Yeah, let me type
Isdelf.
it.
Isdelf.
There. Isdelth.
Isdelf. And that is pretty much what Silas and Bastion's gonna hear from Lana as this crypt opens up and up comes.
Yes, my long lost
thing?
love. You have finally risen from the dead. Blah
Yes.
blah blah.
And she just kind of starts walking over in this like giddy excitement.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Right. So now the rest of you can roll initiative. Because yeah, a big bad undead thing, mummy thing.
So how does this line up time-wise with our pudding getting loose?
Good question. Your pudding is not loose.
You got that, Don, right?
Because my elementals don't show up until about the time we thought the pudding would get loose.
All right. Well, they will show up in a while. They're not there yet. Let's say that. So all that happened was that you guys pushed on the door. Let's say that took 2 rounds. You opened the thing. You looked in. Let's say it's been 4 rounds. So you've got like another 6 rounds before that happens. Don's concentrating on his spell, right, for this time. Okay. But yeah, you can still roll initiative. That's fine. Let's add a turn for this guy. And he has got +3. Which is 11. Okay. And I think that's everyone. Yes, it is. So descending. So Lana, actually, it's your turn first. You remember, you think, by all manner that you are this guy's wife. You've come to make sure that he gets out, and carry out some service, which is wife. You create so. If you can act in a counterintuitive way to take psychic damage. No more than once each day you can do that. Creature that, so you can understand him. Short of activity. Yep. Yeah, so and this lasts for 30 days, Lana. And there's no repeated saving throw.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, she's gonna spend her turn basically, just gonna have like, I have missed you. Where have you been? Like, who trapped you here?
He says, well, nobody trapped me here. This is where I was laid to rest. And it is my job to protect this glaive. It is mine after all. And, you know.
Okay, so when he says that, she'd look over at Silas and I imagine has full memory of everything else too and whatnot, just this new...
No,
husband.
like, so you've got your own mind.
Uh-huh.
But you're also charmed to act in the way that he's saying, which is be my wife. And so you know what Lana knows, and you know enough that this guy...
I feel like she's interpreting when it's like there to protect the glaive that she would then look at Silas and be like, hey, put it back.
Right. He then looks over and he says, that's not my glaive.
Oh.
Where is it?
And I thought that was it. And she's feeling very confused now.
Yes, I imagine she is. Probably that's your turn, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Probably, if it's okay with you, unless you want to act counter to what he's trying to do and take psychic damage, you would stand between, at least until you learnt that that wasn't the glaive, you would be standing between Silas, Bastian, and the doorway, and then you would hear that that's not the glaive, and then you would let them pass, because it's not the glaive. Anyway,
Yeah.
but you're there. Silas, it's your turn. This guy's speaking in common, and he's basically commanded Lana to be his wife, and she seems to be following his orders. What do you want to do? And you're muted.
Did he say that out loud, or was that something like telepathically between Lana, like with whatever charm spell that
Actually, yes, he can speak telepathically.
rises out? You are my wife.
Yeah, no, telepathically.
Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't hear it,
Lana's
but
just very friendly, and suddenly, like, she her
yeah.
long lost friend.
Oh, my love, all that sort of thing.
But I can see this entity.
Yes, you definitely can.
All right. Well,
I mean, look at it; it's ugly.
I pick up the glaive. Now I don't know that this isn't the correct one, or even what one this is.
Lana just had the interaction though, where she's like, it's like, Silas, put it back, and he's like, that's not my glaive, and it's like, oh.
But he said that telepathically again, so.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Telepathy.
All right. There's a lot of things I have to fight. And I kind of hold the glaive. Does it feel comfortable?
Now that it's shrunk to your size, yeah.
So a glaive is a two-handed weapon, right?
It is.
It's not very good for me though. I'm a shield guy.
I mean, that's how
Yeah,
you're
so
built, but you do have proficiency in it.
Yes. That is correct. I sling my shield over my back, and I hold onto the glaive, and I look at the other two, and I say,
What?
to the, about the, the entity in the room.
Sorry, I didn't catch.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yes.
Kind of. Like, you said something about the other entity in the room, but I said what or why you said that. You might have cut out at a wrong time.
I'm sorry, guys. That's weird. What I was saying is that, I would have picked up the weapon, and we're trying to determine if we have to fight this thing.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
so when you pick up the weapon,
yeah.
Can you make me a wisdom save?
Sure.
Okay. So Silas, you are forcefully attuned to this thing.
Oh no. Great.
Let me make you a handout real quick. Handout.
Wait, I forcibly attuned to it, so just like immediate.
It's immediate, yeah.
Great. Guess it's a good thing I have an extra slot. What if I didn't have a slot?
Didn't have a slot for what?
Well, for a magical item.
You would have. Well, I guess it would have failed. I didn't account for that.
Yeah.
You would have
But
died.
I do have an open slot.
Okay. Cool. Let me. Sorry. Just need to put your name on the people that can see it. Players' journals is yours. It should be there. So let me just put it down into handouts. Right. So hopefully the Glaive of Consolation should be in your handout.
Yes, it is. I can see it.
Yes, well, you can read what it does. Enjoy. For everyone else, let's see. You can still do your turn, Silas.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot to read on this today, Greg.
I mean, it's a legendary weapon.
And to take in, you know what I mean? Like, wow, there's a lot of things I can do with this. How what was that? I am going to look at the entity and go, "Is this yours?"
All right. Well, probably then for the first time he looks over and speaks to you out aloud, because you've spoken to him out aloud.
Oh.
And he will say, "That is not mine. Where is my glaive?"
I do not know. But man, I feel great. We really should get going. Are you coming with us? We should find your glaive and then get out of here.
That's a great idea. Let's go find your glaive.
All right.
Bastion's just looking back and forth between them. What?
What's going on? So, Silas, you're heading for the door?
Sorry, where's my man?
Yes, yeah. I don't see this guy as a foe at this moment.
Yeah.
And I'm very interested in trying to help him find his glaives. You know, he said this.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way towards the door. Bastion, sorry, not Bastion. Dawn, it is your turn. You are concentrating on your spell, I'm guessing, although you've heard some things coming from further in the cave. What are you doing?
Don's concerned, but he has faith in his friends. He'll continue trying to summon these elementals.
Okay. 5 turns. It is now the creature's turn. Alright, Silas. I'm gonna cast a spell on you.
Oh, okay. I'm making it.
Glaive you're looking for.
Yes.
So,
not at all.
Now, in your do you have Fae? Did you have the sleep Fae thing?
Do I?
Like, do half elves get the Fae resistance?
I'm a human though, aren't I?
Yeah, because so you got the human side, right? Got it.
I don't have that. No.
Cool. Well. Make me a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Me, right?
Yeah. Cool. You fall asleep, and you begin to dream.
Oh, wonderful.
So you enter a trance-like state. You are a... let me... Can you mute for a sec? Just for a second.
Can I do what?
Mute for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Just so I'm hearing myself, and it's gonna go over to the recording. So while in the trance, you are aware of your surroundings. You can't take actions to move because you're asleep. A messenger has appeared in your dream and can converse with you as long as you remain asleep through the duration of the spell. The messenger can shape the environment of the spell, creating landscapes, objects, and other images. Emerge from the trance. The messenger, which is him, is death, can emerge from the trance at any time, ending the effect of the spell. You will recall the dream perfectly upon waking. You can make... so it's not going to be that. So you see the following scene. You see this, an earlier version, a much younger version of Isdelth. And he is actually forging the Glaive of Darkest Depths in your dream. You see him in a creation forge, a forge of immense magical power. And he is creating this artifact. And you see that he is imbuing it, as you know, as we've told you, with the power to disrupt the Kori, which are the demonic outsiders from Dalcor. And that glaive looks nothing like the one that you have on you. You also see him in a battle many millennia ago against Drow, and the weapon that you are wielding is being wielded by one of the Drow that is fighting against Isdelth in your dream.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And the last thing that you see in your dream is, I guess, him being put to rest with his glaive in the place of, like on that plinth that you saw, but the plinth was obviously intact at that stage, and a glowing blue crystal orb was intact above above the sarcophagus, which was about the size. It was about 12 feet, a 12-foot sphere floating above the sarcophagus, and that has been shattered too. Then you wake up. Right. That is his turn. I think Dream... Yeah. Bastian, it's your turn. So, Silas moved for the exit. He fell asleep. He woke up. Lana's saying that this guy is her long-lost husband. And what are you doing?
All right. Bastion will stomp his foot and he'll say enough. and he will cast banishment on this undead abomination.
Alright. Banishment. 20, and it's a charisma save. My charisma is a +3. Legendary resistance, baby. So, 1 legendary resistance down. As he just about... Well, he does fail, and then he chooses to succeed. Because shenanigans. Yeah, so he just, like, looks at you and goes, not today. What do you want to do? Or say, or otherwise.
Cast it again?
Well, you can't right now.
You did ask. So Bastion will stutter. That's impossible. And that's his turn.
Okay. Lana.
Bastion? Did you just try to cast something at my husband?
He just killed Silas.
Silas is dead. Inverted commas, dead again.
And for a lot of people, not though.
Rin
you know
is your
that-
husband, not this undead thing.
And you know this to be true, Lana. You've got your own memories.
Alright, yeah, that's very conflicting now.
So he's, you know...
Okay, it's, yes, but, and she's going to get defensive, just like, but that was because I thought he was gone, and now he's back, and
Well,
this is what...
so, okay, let me clear this up and make it a little easier for you. So, you've been commanded to take an action, which is be my wife. Now, you know, Lana knows that she's not, but she knows that she's been commanded to do so, and she knows that if she does not follow those commands, that it's going to hurt. So, rather than you think that this is true, it's more, this is something that's being commanded of you, and if you don't, it's going to hurt.
Okay. So...
That might just help you to respond in a more appropriately Lana way. Because you're not directly being forced to say anything or do anything except for be my wife. If you continue to decide to be his wife, like i.e. follow his command, then yes, you'll have to role play being his wife and following that command. So however you want to do that is fine. So if you still think the same line that you'd be like, nah, he was my husband before Ren, then that's fine. But you as Lana would know that's not true, but you're just trying to follow through with the command.
Yeah,
and reasoning it out. So yeah, whatever. Just
Okay. Yeah. If there's anything different that Lana would do then with that reminder, would you be like, I know. But just kind of this like awkward smile and like, husband.
so.
Going to keep complying. She does not want to take the damage.
Right. In that case, then I think that the course of action that you would generally follow would be to get him out of the sarcophagus and to the surface. But you also know that he wouldn't, that wouldn't be good during the day, and it's still, I think, day now. So you would at least get him out and walking about, and you would just sort of be telling him. At the moment, it's daytime, so going outside might not be the best thing for your health, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely lend help, and
All right. Then yeah. Probably if no one stops you, then you would escort him out.
Wait,
Silas.
am I still sleeping?
No,
You're asleep.
You wake up. Let's say you wake up now.
Okay.
So Lana and the undead are now out
I
of the room.
walk out of the room.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And I have the memory of what happened in that dream.
Yes.
And I look down at the weapon that I'm holding, and I kind of look back up at Bastion, and I go, "This is not at all the weapon that we came to get, is it?"
You're alive.
Yes, I am.
Oh man.
That thing. Where's Alana?
She's like holding the guy's hand.
So Bastion is chasing after them, but it's one of those things where I'm acting in initiative and talking is a free
yeah,
action.
so you can see that Bastion's making his way toward them.
Yeah.
She thinks she's his husband. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay. Well, maybe it will help us fight that blob that's gonna come out of that enclosure here.
Yeah, in 5
soon.
turns.
Yeah.
Did she out loud say something about it being bad for sunlight with them?
I don't know, did he?
well, she's not really sure. Like, if they're in a cave, I believe, right? Is there any way of telling what's outside or how long they've been in there? But if it was daylight when they came in, it's only felt like it's been a few hours. Then yeah, she'd probably be like, it's not exactly a good time to go out because it's
right. It's. I would say it's not long till night. I can't remember what time it was, but it's not long.
Wonderful.
Let's say like an hour. So, Silas, what are you doing?
And I guess did it strike me to the ground when
When you fell asleep,
Yeah.
yeah, you were on the ground, so you would stand
Yeah.
up, yeah.
and I'd come back out of the door and I'd yell to Dreamin, I think we have more searching to do. I found this one, and am I compelled to like hold on to it or anything like that? Like, or is it just another weapon?
Well, you are attuned to it. You would have to spend a short rest to unattune from it.
Right. So I want to hold on to this right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're not compelled, but if you put it down, it's just going to come back to you.
Yep. Gotcha. So I actually do that. I leave the weapon in the room, start walking out, and then like back to me, and I know that happens now. Wonderful. And yeah, I start walking out here, and I'd see Lana with her husband.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And then I think that's the end of my turn. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, done. If you're just, what are you doing? Anything different?
Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And from where you are, I guess you can't see what's happening. You can just hear it. Cool. 4 rounds. It's the creature's turn. He is going to cast Shatter on the glaive.
on the glaives I'm holding?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Doesn't that hit Lana as well?
She's expendable.
Yeah. He can't. Yeah, he like it says 15 feet, like, or whatever it is, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's a legendary weapon, though. Let's see how much damage I do to it. Shut up.
I want Lana to react to this.
You know, or you probably don't know. I guess he would say as much then. Corey, could you mute again, please?
Yeah, sorry.
So he says he looks over and he says out aloud, for everyone's benefit, he says, that glaive, that weapon, was made by the drow. The ones that, in the end, defeated me. The ones that coveted my glaive. The ones that hunted me over and over and over again. I must destroy it. Points at it. Silas and Lana, I need you, please, to make me Constitution saves. Let's hang on. His DC is 18. Lana, you take 16 damage. Silas, you take 8. And the weapon takes 16 damage. In fact, it's an object. Inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal. It's just disadvantage. I'm going to say in this case it's double damage because it's an object. 32. Okay. So it's still there. But Silas, you can feel it. What's a good word? It sort of pulses.
Is it degrading?
It pulses.
Also.
Yeah. Doesn't degrade necessarily. But yeah, you can feel it pulsing. You don't think it might be able to withstand maybe 1 or 2 more of those before it's destroyed. You don't know exactly, but you know that wasn't good for it. Bastian, it's your turn.
Alright, is this guy wearing anything?
Is he wearing anything? No. He's not naked either. Call him as close as can be a mummy, I suppose, but he's not a mummy. But he's mummified, I suppose. but not wrapped. It's kind of like mummification without the wrapping. Yeah.
So kind of like Skyrim.
Sure, yeah, he's a Draga thing. Yeah. Sounds good
All
to
right.
me.
Is there any jewelry, objects, anything left in the sarcophagus?
Jewelry. No. There are the shattered blue crystal that's all over the room, and the black crystal plinth where the weapon was. But besides that, there's nothing valuable in the room.
All right. Bastion will say, "This man thing can't be trusted. Look at what he's done." And he will follow after them and cast banishment again on the mummy.
Oh boy. Oh, it's a charisma save, wasn't it? 3.
Each have +3 to it.
Alright, I'm using my second legendary resistance. I'm sorry. He does not want to be banished! Oh man, legendary resistance is such a dick move. I'm sorry. I mean, these are the rules of D&D. I hate them sometimes. Alright, yeah, so he's just like, no, not today! I told you!
I don't want to banish you!
Oh, man.
I will break through your resistance, fiend!
Yeah.
You'll be placed in confinement.
Lana kind of wiping some of the shrapnel that pelted her. We'll kind of look back at Bastion, just kind of with that like, I wish you were successful this time, but not gonna say that. And we'll just kind of look up at, death is just, and like, could you not have me in the crossfire? Just saying.
He says, you know...
And we'll continue to... And...
He
These are my
says...
friends.
He says move, then. Get out of the way of it. So you can move out of the way.
Please don't hurt my friends either.
He says if he drops it, he won't be hurt. If he moves away from it.
Well, I'll just kind of look towards Silas and kind of like... and give a little shrug.
So let's say this, Silas. Let's say that when you drop the item at the end of your turn, it won't return until the start of your turn. Make sense? If you wish to do that. It's up to you though, you'll still be attuned to it either way. Lana, other than asking him not to hurt your friend, is there anything that you're doing?
No.
Alright. Silas.
Alright, so... knowing that now, I would look at the entity, look at Lana, and go, "This isn't your husband, you know that." And I would leave the weapon on the ground and start making my way towards the number.
Cool.
By leaving the weapon. Cool. You know what I mean? Like over here.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, have your way, my friend. I said yes.
Alright, so you leave the weapon, move yourself to wherever you want to move. Don.
I want to be without... Yeah,
Continue swirling elemental energies around himself. He's getting more concerned though. He's like, "Guys, what are you messing around over there? What's?" That's the end of his turn.
Okay, the being. Well.
Actually, hey Matt,
Mhm.
could I have hit the weapon myself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that. So I
Okay.
put it on the ground, and I strike the weapon. With my I guess my scimitar. No, can I just smash it on the ground?
Yep. You can make a strength check.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh.
No, I suck.
Yeah. You just gently drop it.
Yeah. Or I do that, or I do that thing like we've all done when we were a kid. To hit a metal baseball bat in the ground and it never got
Yeah, it just
that.
bounces.
Yeah, and so I just leave it on the ground. Go, yeah, have your way, and then I do move where I am now.
All right. He does another 26 damage to it. All right. So it was 32, 26, which is 58. All right. Very good. Bastian.
Dawn, we have a situation.
Could you mute again, please,
There
Corey?
is.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Dawn, we have a situation. Some undead's charmed Lana. Do I take care of that or save my spells for the ooze?
Which is now 3 turns away when it gets to Don's turn. Currently 4 turns away. Don can respond as a free,
That sounds really bad. Is it making her do terrible things?
It hurt her.
Don curses an orc.
Bastion knows what that means. All right.
I'll have you know my
so
mother was a saint.
he will cast a level 5 banishment.
Oh, man. Alright. +3. I saved this time.
You lucky duck. Enough! It's not worth it.
Reminds me of casting polymorph.
I'm sorry.
Bastion throws up his hands and goes to stand with Silas.
Yeah. Very good. So 1 second here. I need
I guess it doesn't want to leave, Bastion.
Definitely does not want to leave. Don't know why. Oops. Let's just add. Let's go into descending order again. Alright, Lana, you're up. You know, Lana, that the creature in the stone wall probably is not going to be in there forever. in our turns, at the moment it's 4 turns away. As soon as it gets to Don's turn, which is this round, it'll be 3 turns away. As soon as we finish what we're doing here, which either we can narrate that we agree to help this guy, so we can effectively be out of combat if we all agree to help this guy. However, Chris is a little bit in the dark. Welcome to Return to Eberron, by the way, Chris. Thank you for joining us, even though it's a little bit late. I just had a player ask how long we want to go for, and we don't want to go all night. So basically, what's happened is they've fought lots of undead. They've put a corpse mound, which is basically a jelly mound of bones and flesh, into a stone wall room that Don made. And we've also gone into the room where the glaive was meant to be, picked it up, and we found out because the maker of the glaive came out of the sarcophagus. He's charmed Lana into basically by attrition making her be his or act as his wife, and he said that the glaive that was picked up is not his glaive. In fact, this is the glaive of Drow who hunted him, and he wants it destroyed, and he wants those Drow hunted down. While he has hurt Lana, it was because she was right next to the glaive when he cast Shatter on it. Now that she's away, that's not his intention, and his intention doesn't look like it's to hurt us. So we now have the opportunity to roleplay either helping him or trying to kill him. Lana, you're still charmed. What do you want to do?
She's gonna help him best she can.
Do you want to attack the glaive as well, and then move away? Then?
Sneak attack.
I'd have to have an ally within 5 feet of me, or of the weapon too.
Well, you could move the... No, you can't sneak attack a weapon, okay?
Since he was trying to destroy it too, why not?
Yeah, may as well.
20 to hit, 9 points of piercing.
So 9, okay. So it's taken that.
Pokes right in the staff, and
67.
yep,
All right.
wedged a nice crack in it.
And then move away, because you know that he's probably going to cast Shatter on it again. Felice, you're finally able to act. You've been sort of licking your wounds, so to speak, after all of these undead abominations were swarming on you and attacking you with lots of attacks. You've recovered. You can see Don, and you can see a big jellified mass of writhing bodies. What do you want to do?
A big jellified. Where am I seeing that?
Down here.
That's this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, goody.
Well, actually, you
Wait.
can't see it. Actually, it's in It's in a big walled room. So yeah, you can't see it, but you can see a big stone wall. Sorry.
Okay.
But Felice knows it's in there because Felice was still there, so she knows that it's inside.
And the thing that's inside has been friendly so far?
Oh no. No, it's been trying to devour people and suck people into it, and yeah.
Well, okay. Gosh. Sorry, I'm a little out of step tonight. Let's see what I can do here.
I've already used some of your spells to help out.
Sweet. Alright. But I'm seeing a wall of stone. There's a wall of stone between me and it.
Right. You can also see that there are 3 pillars, one of fire, one of storm, and one of water, green water. And inside of the
Okay.
fire pillar, there is a rapier, which is getting very red hot.
And what is my? I had last session I had I had used my onyx dog.
Right. Which died.
Where? Oh, okay. I needed to know the status. Okay.
Don kind of caused a sunbeam, and it fried the dog.
Nice.
Along
Okay.
with Undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. All right. Felice is going to. This is a good question. And sorry. Actually, can I hold my action for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will give it a little thought so you don't have to keep waiting on me while I stutter and try to figure out what I'm gonna do.
Alright. Well, you can see that Don's there, and he seems to be maybe doubting his course of action. You can see that he's concentrating on a ritual. You've seen him perform this ritual before, which would... the last time you saw him perform it, he summoned like a fire elemental. So you think that probably he's doing something similar to that.
Okay.
Just so that
Okay.
you realize, you got that. Silas. Silas, you are muted, and your turn.
So we need to decide if we're going to help this guy.
If
Oh, at the beginning of my turn, it comes back to me.
right, yeah, it does. Zoom.
And I kind of try to smash it on the ground again.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, smash it on the ground again. Yeah, make me a strength check.
Yeah, let's see.
If you get over 10, you'll actually do some damage. There we go. You do 3 damage to it.
Woohoo! And throw it away.
It is now on the ground. It can be over here if you like. There you go.
Yeah, well, I think it should be more way over here.
I mean, I can let's do it here so that it's far enough away.
I mean, how far can you throw a, what would it be, like 10, 15-pound weight?
Pretty much as
Yeah,
far as you
pretty
want. Cool, that's your turn. Dawn. If you continue to concentrate, it's 3 more rounds.
Gonna continue.
Right, he casts Shatter. Surprise, surprise. Another 26 damage to it. Oh, and it shatters. Okay. At which point... Silas, you were attuned to it. So... can you make me a... it'd be a con save. Yeah, you fail. You're also going to take 26 points of damage as your mind shatters. It'd be psychic damage for you. And...
Wait, did you say my mind shatters? Like, is this lasting problems?
No, it just feels like it's shattering, right? Like
Oh, okay,
it's,
good,
it's
good,
like...
good.
So yeah, 26 psychic damage, and let's see, Glaive. Okay. And let's just roll. Roll. Actually, I'll roll. High or low, Silas? You're muted. I just need you to say high or low.
Sorry, I picked low.
Pick low. Okay. Exactly 10. So, yeah, technically that's low. Just. So, right. In that case, you are not instantly covered in scales.
There's like 3 things wrong with that phrase you just
Oh
said.
man, no, you know, at the same
Instantly covered in scales.
I meant high.
Cool. So, yeah, you feel like your mind is just like, yeah, being assaulted, or was just assaulted.
Can I just elect to fail that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want my body to be covered in scales for not being silly about it.
Your body becomes covered in scales, and you gain +1 to armor class. There are other effects, though, that you don't know about yet, but that's fine. You're Silas Phoenix. You'll be fine. Silas, you fall asleep again. You're just covered in scales. Zoop! And then you fall asleep. And then you have a nightmare. I'll tell you about it in a second. Bastian, you're... Oh, let's... All of us. What are we doing? Obviously, this thing has now been shattered. You guys can decide between you what's gonna happen. How are we acting towards this guy? Let's have a bit of a discussion, and let's end the session with that discussion. Unless you guys want to fight him, in which case we'll do that fight next time. So, what do we want to do? Let's go around. Chris, I know that you're kind of like fresh here. You weren't here for the rest of the session, but I would like to hear from you. So, let me tell you a little bit about this guy, and he'll tell you a little bit about himself. So, this is Isdelth. He created the Glaive of the Darkest Depths. He forged it in a creation forge, and he created it to be able to pierce the Kori, which is the evil outsiders from Del Kor, to pierce their spirits from them, basically kill them, because they're bad. He's been entombed here for many millennia, and now he's back as an undead creature. He has technically hurt your allies, but he hasn't done a lot of damage, and he hasn't done it because he wanted to hurt them. He's done it because he wanted to destroy the Glaive. He is also not completely mind controlled, but affected Lana in this way that she is kind of...
Lana's coerced right now.
Yeah. That's a good word. So what are your thoughts? This guy is a giant. So he probably has a lot of ancient knowledge. But I don't know how Felice really feels about this. I know you haven't had a chance to roleplay much, but I'd like to at least hear from you. What are your thoughts?
Oh my. Well, we certainly can't let him destroy the Glaive.
He just did.
No.
Well, this Glaive, anyway. This Glaive wasn't the Glaive of Darkest Depths. This was a replacement Glaive.
Okay.
And it seems like the Drow have stolen the Glaive of Darkest Depths.
That's tough. I mean, Felice has come to feel pretty protective over Lana in particular in the party.
Yeah.
And in spite of the fact that knowledge is super important to her, I think that she would feel that maybe taking this down might be the best action, because we can't let it destroy what we need in order to accomplish this greater thing.
Okay.
So I think
I think you're misunderstanding, Chris. It doesn't want to destroy the one there, and made the one that we want.
Right.
okay. You broke up a whole bunch in that, so
So yeah, to reiterate, it doesn't want to destroy the Glaive of Darkest Depths. In fact, he created the Glaive of Darkest Depths.
okay.
He wants it
And that's
back.
the glaive that we.
Wow. All right. Well, I think in that case maybe she would want to figure out how we can take control of him.
Okay. Sure.
Rather than have him potentially be a threat to us, but
Okay.
to be able to get what we want too.
All right. Don, what are your thoughts? What are Don's thoughts?
My thoughts are that the thing that I have contained in my stone cube is the real threat right now.
Mm-hmm.
But this this mummified creature thing is not a long-term ally for us. That even if we do agree to his request and help him retrieve the glaive, he's not going to let us keep the glaive. He's going to take it back into his tomb with him, and not allow us to feed it to the dream serpent.
Right.
So while we can kind of put him on a back burner, maybe we can't consider him an ally either. Plus the whole thing with Lana, we need to do something about that. But it's also, all of that is a lower priority than this pudding.
Okay. Silas? You're muted.
I'm not thinking anything because I'm sleeping.
You are sleeping. All right, I'll get you your scene in a second. Bastien.
Yeah.
So Bastion's going to pick up Silas and go deal with the ooze.
Alright.
As for the guy, frankly, Bastion doesn't have the spell slots to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fight we could win.
Okay.
So, similar to what Dawn said, we may have to play along with him for a little bit, but give me a long rest and I'll give you a dead mummy.
Alright, so play along, Lana.
She kind of doesn't have a choice because she doesn't want to die.
I mean, you would
So,
only
yeah,
take
she's-
lots of damage. That's all.
Yeah. No, she's out for faking it till they make it. She's certainly not sure how to handle this, where it's like, if the guys attack, I hope they attack good, because I'm scared that he's going to ask me to attack them, and maybe she can flop her attack and like do really pitiful damage to them and like purposely just hit them in non-lethal spots. But yeah, she's she's in an awful place, and she's right now on the side of just play along.
Also, we can remove the effect with Remove Curse, Greater Restoration, or Wish. Now, your characters don't know this, but your players do. So it's not completely impossible. Okay. So we've been...
Maybe we could get him and the flesh monster to fight each other, and that'll just solve the problem there altogether.
Yeah. So I think
I think that's a great place to stop.
that's a great place to stop. Yes. Okay. So next time we will resolve this situation one way or another, where I believe that probably the party's going to temporarily ally with this guy to a degree, i.e. agree to go and find the glaive because we have to do that anyway. Knowing that we can come back and destroy him at another time gives us some time. I think being that all of us are here, I don't see that it's a huge issue to just kill the blob as a narrative thing. I don't really see the point of finishing the fight because he can help us. So, and that's what he would do. And then, as far as he's concerned, he would then take a long rest, and then he would spend the next day hallowing this place because it's been unhallowed. So that's how he would act. Anyway, we'll discuss that a little bit next time. Thank you everyone for coming and playing. Thank you for Chris, even though you had other things going on, that you still came and were here to be a part of it at the very end. I appreciate that very much. Now I know that Mary, Lana and Don, all their players, are going to be away. Well, not away, but they're going to be sort of here, sort of not, with moving. So we'll just sort of play it by ear a little bit next time. It might mean that due to internet or laptop issues that it becomes impossible, but we'll give it a go. We'll try. I will put up the event in the next day or two so that we've actually got a little bit of planning. Sorry about that. And thank you guys for playing. It's been a pleasure as always. After we're done here, our next port of call obviously is to hunt down those drow that took the glaive, and also we have this mission to go into the sewers to hunt the sewer serpents, who were a new gang in Stormreach, allied with the UNT or are the UNT, so we have that to do as well. We've got quite a bit. Hello would... So, yes. Well, he would let it go. Knowing if we agreed to hunt down the glaive, he would agree to let Lana out of the compulsion.
Oh, that resumes diplomatic options then.
Yeah. He's
Bastion is slightly less inclined to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, his whole motivation is the glaive. So, like I said, but we can sort that out next time. Thanks everyone. It's been lots of fighting today, but it was still cool. You guys did well. And we will be back in a couple of weeks, guys, and hope that we can resume again then. I'm going to stop the recording here. Really appreciate you guys playing, and anyone that was listening, thank you. Bye for now.